I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans and distinguished guests, welcome to Visions for the Future, brought to you by the Council on Aging, serving St. Clair County. Please join Lady Bird and I as we welcome and look at the vision by welcoming our co-hosts, Jim Relkin and Laura Newsom.
And your name? And Bill, what kind of a card you got here? It's 1968. Is this close to a 1968?
1967, Chicago Bird.
What do you have with you here?
Beautiful card.
Hi, I'm Pat.
We love your card. Thanks for coming to our announcement today.
Special announcement for everyone in St. Clair County today.
Let's give them a nice round of applause for being here. You can give them a nice round of applause for being here for their car. And who do we have over here? What kind of a car is this?
1965 Chevy Impala convertible.
Beautiful car.
We really appreciate them being here for our special announcement.
Absolutely. Help us celebrate our special day.
Thank you. And all the other antique car owners that are here, and these brand new cars that are here, almost brand new. Hard to believe, 1968. These are just a year too old. I think we have to go in here for a show.
I think so. Time to do the show.
Hard to believe, 1968, Laura. That's 68. Unbelievable.
1968.
The Council on Aging, I think, was formed in 1968.
That's
and we're going to
what
just
we're
stop here.
hoping.
We stop and say hello to Ed and the gang. How are we doing?
Hi, guys.
Good to see you. What's going on here? It's 1968.
Special day.
It's a special day. You are young.
Yes.
I think we have a show to do. Should we go in there and do that show?
I think so. This Council on Aging will keep you young. Yes.
1968. Can you believe that?
Good, Griffin.
What an opportunity here to hear what's going to happen with the Council on Aging.
A big announcement.
A big announcement.
Big announcement. Well, here we are. Welcome to Visions for the Future. This is the Council on Aging's TV show, and this is 1968. Here of its inception through to today and on forward. And we have special announcements and special guests joining us today.
And let's introduce some of them. I believe that we have a candidate for 1968 presidential election. Richard Nixon is with us.
Richard Nixon is here.
Let's go.
Welcome, Mr. Nixon. Welcome. Good luck in the election.
And I believe we have historical civil rights leader
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks is here.
Welcome, Rosa. Thank you for being here with us.
And our last historical figure joining us is,
I believe, is Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy is here.
Another nice round of applause. Thanks for joining us. I believe, Laura, there's something in the newsroom happening.
We need to go over and say hi to Mike Mullins.
1450 AM, the #1 radio station in St. Clair County, and the #1 radio guy, Mike Mullins. Mike, nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
What's happening in the radio business?
Thank you for being here.
I've got some great news. Listen to this. This breaking news just in. we've got a bulletin announcing the formation of a new agency dedicated to serving the senior citizens in St. Clair County. It'll be entitled the Council on Aging, and this new agency's mission will be to keep seniors living independently in their own homes for as long as possible. Recreation and socialization will be offered at local meeting place designated for seniors, and transportation to medical appointments and senior gathering places will also be provided. So come on out and join the Council on Aging. There'll be food, fun, and fellowship for all older adults. The Council on Aging will make St. Clair County a great place to live and grow. And also, speaking of food, we got some good food.
Good food?
Good
Powers
food.
Hamburgers.
Powers Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Well, let's head on over here and see what they've got going. Mike Mullins, 1450
Mike Mullins.
AM.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Hamburger, Coke. Have a Coke. Did you hear that announcement about the Council on Aging? Do you think we'll need that?
No, that
Senior
sounds
center?
like something for my grandmother. And
Exactly.
transportation? I can
And
drive
home
myself.
repair and chore? Oh my goodness.
Doesn't
I
sound
can't
like
believe that.
something that I will ever need.
Me neither.
About that.
I can't even think that far ahead. After all, I'm only 20.
I'm only 30. I'll never grow old.
Well, I'm 40. I'm getting there closer than you guys, but I don't know about a senior center.
I don't think you have to worry about that, Ann. You look great.
Yeah.
You're never going to
we
need it.
don't.
You keep in shape as long as we try to keep in shape. and
Yes.
I think we'll do
You
well.
know what we all want to do too, don't you?
Yes.
Rock and roll.
Where do we go? Days the rain came down in Hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, hey, skipping and jumping in the mist of morning fog. Ah, our hearts are thumping you, brown-eyed girl. Brown-eyed girl, whatever happened? Tuesday was so slow, going down to your mind with their transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hide behind the rainbow's wall, slipping in a sliding all along the waterfall with you, the brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to say sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, mighty down. Come on, a little hand clapping. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. My, if you have grown. Cast your memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I dream thinking about making love in the green grass all along the stadium with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to say sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Council on Aging being announced. And Laura, you've got some partners here in the Today. So
in the Today, but that's what this show is all about: the yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And some of this sort of crosses over into all of that, I think. Welcome, community partners. First of all, I want to introduce Jim Wilson, who is the director of the Blue Water Transit in St. Clair County. And Jim, I think that Blue Water Transit certainly crosses over from the yesterday into the today, and certainly we hope for the tomorrow. I guess I'll ask you the question, how you see the partnership that has developed with Council on Aging, and what has been important, and some areas that you would like to discuss.
Well, we've had a long history with Council on Aging, as you know, starting with our separation from SMART in 1994, and then our ability to increase the funding for the Senior Transportation Program in 1997. And then since then, we've been providing vehicles for the Senior Transportation Program, and we're about to deliver for the Council on Aging their first 3 buses that operate on compressed natural gas. So the Council on Aging will soon be able to enjoy the benefits of paying $1.50 a gallon for fuel like Blue Water Area Transit does.
A round of applause for, would you agree, a round of applause for Blue Water Transportation and Jim Wilson's awesome leadership of that organization.
Absolutely.
And Laura, you've got another really special guest in the Today segment here.
Sitting right next to me here is my predecessor at the Council on Aging, Aline Irvin, who was Executive Director of the Council on Aging for 13 years.
That deserves a real special round of applause for this guest as well. Phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And Aline, you certainly can talk about the yesterday, today, and tomorrow because of all of your involvement. What do you remember as the most significant part of your tenure at work at the Council on Aging?
Really, it is the beginning when I was a volunteer. And at that time, I had 2 ladies who were not going to centers. I had one for a whole day one day and one for another day. And one didn't talk for 3 months and didn't talk at home either. After 3 months, she finally talked with me. And at that point, I realized that the important thing, and I didn't even know I was going to work for the Council on Aging, but I realized the important thing was to find out what the people needed so that they could stay at home. And when I became first assistant director, and I was in Algonac at that point, and then I became the director, I absolutely loved going to Area Agency on Aging and finding those new programs, or rather those new services that were coming. And I'll tell you, I jumped and I grabbed.
Let's give that a round of applause. Jumping into 1968 with great services. Thank you.
And as a result of Aline's work, we have continued the focus on in-home services, and we'll always be grateful to you.
Can I say one more thing? Half a second?
Half a second.
Half a second.
Half a second. When I retired, I had said I'd retired at 70. I retired 2 months before. My husband was sick. I was able to keep him at home for 3 years, and he died at home because of the services of the Council on Aging and the other agencies that they sent me to.
That is a story worth telling. God bless you.
Right.
God bless your work.
And we have another special guest.
Oh
Jim,
boy,
that
I
you're
get to do this one. This is Dorothy McGraw. I'm going to tell you about Dorothy in the interest of time. 31 years a foster grandparent, graduated in the first class of foster grandparents. She is 92 years old, going on 18, and she has worked at the Woodlands Developmental Center helping kids in her whole 31 years of service. Talk about partnerships and fostering relationships for the Council on Aging and the Foster Grandparent Program. A massive round of applause for Dorothy right here and her award here. And talk about fostering relationships, we're going to go right into the audience for the director of the Foster Grandparent Program, Laura Nessel. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
You got some people out there with you. Go for it, girl.
Yeah.
Look at this. A nice round of applause for Laura Nessel and our foster grandparents.
Thank you. Over the past 31 years, foster grandparents have provided 50 to 70,000 hours of volunteer service annually with 300 to 500 children each year. That's a huge impact, and that's because it takes a village to raise a child. And our seniors play a very vital role in our village. Grandpa Neil, you've been a foster grandparent for over 20 years at Cleveland School. Why do you think it's so important to get up every morning and go there and help the kids learn how to read?
Well, it gives me something to live for. I get up every day and go out there and do whatever the teacher asks me to do. Help the little boys read, spell words for them, and give them a little love. That's the greatest thing of all.
So you cheer them on? And Pat, you're out at Yale Elementary helping children there. You've been doing this for over 6 years. What do you think is your most important role?
Well, I help build their self-esteem and work with them reading, math, whatever's needed.
So you help cheer the children on. And Mary, you're at Michigami, and you've been volunteering how many years now?
14 years. They've been very good years, and I enjoy it a lot, and I help the children build up their self-esteem, encourage them, do their best work, and it's very gratifying.
And you're helping to cheer the children on. And Anne, what do you feel is your greatest contribution in the foster grandparent program?
Well, I do a lot with children as far as their reading goes and helping them reach a skill level. But what is more exciting than even reading is to see children develop their math skills, and that way we are learning things that they will need for the technological age. And in the 3rd grade, they're starting with multiplication tables, and it's so exciting to see them use numbers to do problem-solving math games. So that's what is so exciting about the 3rd grade that I'm in.
And you help cheer them on. Yay! And Phyllis, at an age when most people are sitting at home, you are so active in our community, including as a foster grandparent. Why do you keep doing this?
Well, I enjoy helping the children. They're little 4-year-olds this year, and they learn to write their names and do lots of things. It's quite good feeling to helping them out.
That's wonderful. And for all the foster grandparents here today, a cheer.
Okay, well, we're going to talk sports right now, and the one to do the sports talking is the Did You Know It lady.
Hi, Mike. Did you hear the news last night?
Which one? What news?
Well, the really big news. Our Detroit Tigers did it.
All right.
It took 7 games, but they came from behind. They had a 4-1 deficit. I thought the St. Louis Cardinals were going to do it, but that last inning of the 7th game was the topper. And the Detroit Tigers are the World Series champs.
Let's hear it for them.
Hey! We had to wait for them to get back from town, but we actually have them here with us today. So I'd like to introduce the 1968 World Series champion Detroit Tigers.
All right.
This is a group that really is on the ball.
said 1968.
Yeah.
I thought you meant 1868.
I think I'm a little off.
Little off. Well, obviously we're not the Detroit Tigers. We are the Welkin Baseball Club of Port Huron. We recreate the original Welkin Baseball Club that existed here in 1867. We play games out at Lincoln Park, and it's great family entertainment, something good to come to, bring grandchildren to, your children. It's sports the way it used to be played, by amateurs. No baseball when there was no spitting, no sliding, no swearing, and no gloves. And I see that you have a glove.
Yeah.
And then we have a saying that gloves are for sissies. So we do we do have a couple games coming up in the month of June. On Sunday, June 8th at 2 o'clock, we will be hosting the Woodstock Actives, which is from Woodstock, Ontario. And this will actually be the first international match game the Welkins have played in since 1867. And then also our next home match after that will be on Saturday, June 28th at 2 p.m. And we'll be hosting the Rochester Grangers from Rochester Hills right here in Michigan. All of our games are played at Lincoln Park, and they are free to the public. So of course we've seen what happens in 1968 and what happens in 1868, but what I'm curious about is what's going to happen in the year 2048 with the Council on Aging. Gentlemen, come this way, and let's gaze into the crystal ball.
Here we are in the Council on Aging. Would you ever believe this?
Do you remember so many years ago sitting and thinking we wouldn't need their services for anything?
I know, I can't believe I'm 100.
Look at us now.
And I'm 120, and look at how
I'm still
great they kept me.
I'm still doing yoga.
And I'm going on all these trips.
Wonderful.
Department.
Good, you look good.
I've
would
done
have
that
never
body
made it.
recall, and I'm going on running in the marathon.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could've
telling you,
never.
some of the things that teacher has us do on the floor, it's really, but look how good it's made us look.
Oh, I tell you, I don't know how I would have ever made it this far without the Council on
And I don't
Aging.
neither, and to think that we didn't think we'd ever need their services.
No way.
Never say never, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Gosh, I'm thinking about these Rockies or Lake Tahoe. And
Exactly. And I know I'm going to go to the yoga class, and afterwards I'm going to go to dinner and a movie. How about that at the Council on Aging?
Well,
Look at this. One of them's
Look at
100,
this.
one's 110, and one's 120. It's the year 2048. Let's give the Council on Aging a round of applause. 1960. That Council on Aging.
That's right. That's what Council on all about keep people happy, healthy, active, mobile, and all the programs and services.
And you know, the show wouldn't be possible but our wonderful community sponsors.
Yes.
And the first group that stepped to the table to help us out with a financial gift, we want to recognize, and that is Physician Healthcare Network, #1 healthcare network in southeastern Michigan. The executive director, Doug Dolph, is with us. Doug, a nice round of applause.
Don't be hard at that.
Doug, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Doug. Stay with us, Doug. Yes. Stay. Yes.
And many others. We have no show without our financial sponsors. Again, a nice round of applause again for them. Thank you.
Stay with it. Closing this show, but you know we will have some. Remember what I said. Show. Growing older is not a club you choose to join. But you can join the Council on Aging and choose how you grow older. And our next show?
The Freedom Show.
Freedom.
July. Join us.
July. All
Join
right,
us.
freedom.
Thank you.